Hey, if you're coming from the corporate world, or maybe you're self-employed, or you own a small business and you're looking into acquiring other companies now, typically you're going to get into two different issues. Either you're not going to have enough time to do the proper process to be able to go and acquire the right company for you to scale, just because you're involved in your corporate world, or you're self-employed and you're involved in growing your current business, or thirdly, is you're running your company and you're trying to manage some of the people in your business and you're kind of stuck on the operations mode. And then the second issue is that you typically don't have enough experience to actually go through the deal making process to be able to understand if you're going to be able to get the proper return on your capital, return on your time when you're going to close the deal. So I think there's a lot of information out there right now. There's a lot of courses, there's a lot of education, there's a lot of strategies. But at the end of the day, if you don't have the experience to do it, it's going to take so much more time for you to go through the learning curve to get to the point where you actually can do a deal. And what I think is a better use of your time eventually, if you're in that situation, is to actually get to work with a professional that can actually come in and do it for you, or a team or a company that is going to come in and do it for you. Because if you don't have enough time to go through the whole process, if you don't even have 20, 30 hours a week to do it, you're potentially going to need to resolve that to scale that process to get to the result. Two is, if you don't have experience, you're going to be making mistakes along the way, which can be related to how you position yourself in the market, how you talk to people, how you look at numbers, how you identify a deal, how you negotiate, how you go and get financing, how you negotiate financing, how you negotiate working capital, and other things as far as the process. Usually when you're making one mistake on a $2, $3, $4, $5 million deal, that can translate into you losing 20, 50, 100K to, in some cases, even a lot more, instead of you actually delegating the function to somebody who's done maybe 20, 30, 50, 100, 200 deals in their careers, and they can just come in and do it for it. Now, the problem in the market is as follows. There's no real consistent service that comes in and does it completely for you, because those people are not incentivized to do it for you. They don't have an investment firm in most cases, so they're not able to potentially co-invest with you. And at the same time, most people who do that, they actually either sell just a service and they don't have investments on the side. They don't actually understand the mechanics of this A to Z. There's broker services that do buy side, for example, that didn't even buy business before, and they didn't own a company before themselves, and they're offering the service, which means they're not fully aware of how the process is going to go from A to Z to even after you close the deal, what you're going to be doing. Or there's very generalized information on it, and people share generalized information, courses, templates, standard operating procedures. But again, some of these things don't even apply to you, and in some cases you don't even use them because your deal is a little bit different, your criteria is a little bit different, your location is a bit different, and you're not sure how to apply it to you, and you're kind of stuck, right? So what I recommend is, if you're in the corporate world and you're considering buying a company to get more income and to build more wealth, you would eventually need to find a way out to solve the time and the experience, because I think those are the biggest issues. It's not really about capital. It's not really about not having business acumen in most cases, and it's not about really structuring the deal of an SBA 7A, because in most cases, most professionals have fairly good credit score and they can structure a deal of an SBA 7A loan. The problem is they just don't have the time, they don't have experience. So if you want to learn more about the done-for-you component service we have right now, we've done a little bit over $1 billion over transaction volume over the years. We have a very step-by-step process for we helping you in the M&A process, such as finding the deal, analyzing the deal, making the offer, getting you financing, even checking in with you for a full 1 year after you close the deal on operations. Then just reach out to me on LinkedIn directly. We can talk about your case and your situation, and we can see if we can help you. Thanks.